All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Skyrim modded playthrough. Today we are going to continue where we left off looking at housing mods. This time we're going to look at a rather unique housing option that almost has enough for what I want, but not quite. But it is a lot of fun. I might still end up using it anyway. Just because of its novelty. But let's go ahead and get into it. After that, we might have time to start checking out the last housing option that we'll be exploring at this point in the game. But if not, we'll get to that next time. But let's just jump right into it. Alright, so for this one, we are picking up exactly where we left off, and we're going to run to... Oh. Inigo has a whole bunch of very powerful stuff. And we're about to go and fight some stuff. So before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take all of Inigo's very powerful things, because we don't want to use them.
My friend, Skyrim is a big and often confusing place. We are bound to lose each other from time to time. Never fear, that map you have is special. Let me show you. My brother once found one just like it on the remains of some poor old adventurer in Citadel. It does not only mark locations, it can also show the position of items and people too. Watch this. Where are you, Inigo? There! See, I have placed myself on your map. If we find ourselves separated, all you need to do is look me up. Pretty fantastic, eh? No problem. I am always happy to help.
Okay.
I will bear your burdens gladly.
So, we are going to take... Have that. I will take all of these things. You should have left that with you. Oh, I'm just taking all the broken junk. Yep, we don't need that yet. That. Definitely take all of these. Alright. And let's see if I've got a better bow for you to actually use. This is all I've got for you. Alright. That's fine.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and put all of this junk. I'll just put it in this box. So that we can come back and get it later. Alright. So, now, we can go up into here. This is where we're going to head. So we're going to head to Solitude, and then travel from there. Which means we're going to go back to our good friend Bjorlin, who has a tendency to be carting Sauron off to all corners of Skyrim these days. Should put him on retainer. What do you guys think? Should I put him on retainer? Sauron needs a horse-drawn cart to pull him all over Skyrim. That's not him. There he is. Mr. Bjorlum.
I can take you to any of the... Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. First time in Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim. I'm sure you already knew that.
Alright, so there's a little bit of a dungeon to this one, but it doesn't take too long to do. Especially running sneak mods. Or not sneak mods, but a sneak attack, archery, stealth archer. That's what I'm talking about. Running a stealth archer playthrough. But it will take us long to get there. This way. It will take us very long to get there. It's one of my least favorite walks in Skyrim, I think. Because most of the time you have to do it to get to Volkihar. But I guess we're getting it out of the way early. We're also gonna find the Thalmor Embassy, which will be nice. Road goes right across the top of this ridge. Just all of the places. I'll go ahead and discover a couple of them and pass. Just so that we have some fast travel places throughout this region. The long trek. And we are still only gone about that far. So we've got a long ways to go left. I think that we'll encounter Volskig here in a little bit. That'll be a nice one to have discovered. Also, there's people coming up right up there. I hate crossbows. Can't sight. Yeah, I agree with that. Especially with mods. That is what Skyrim is supposed to look like. There's Volskig. Home of Volsung, whose mask does something. Okay. That fellow is dead. Give myself a good bow. Just a decent bow. I want to grab Volskig here. There's a dragon priest that's going to be here. That's another mod that I have on this playthrough. It's a mod that causes Alduin to be way stronger. And he gets weaker the more dragon priests that you've killed. And so it's called Cult of the Worm or something like that. And basically the more, as you kill the dragon priests, Alduin will get weaker, and otherwise he's an almost impossible fight. So we're gonna have to hunt down the dragon priests in Skyrim before we take on Alduin.
Here we go again.
Everyone still got all their limbs?
And Nahrin is actually being kept with Alduin, so we're gonna have to kill him before we go kill Alduin. But we'll cross that bridge as we get there. We are actually almost here. You know what? Last time I fought all these dudes, I'm just gonna leave here. Alright. Huge Stormcloak battle. You gentlemen have a good evening. All of you gentlemen have a good evening. Excuse me while I completely ignore your screams of terror and pain and all of that. Slightly busy here. Excuse me. Thank you. Alright. Alright. I believe we're almost there now. Yes, it's right in front of us. There it is. I have to do it with a crossbow. Be a really good test of my archer abilities here. And a test of my mountain climbing prowess. And here we are at the Lost Port Cavern. So we're skipping a part of this quest, I just am remembering. In Solitude, there's a piece of paper that talks about some pirates that are holed up out here, or pirates or smugglers or something. Some sort of a naval-based ruffian. From somewhere else. Like I said, it's not a very big dungeon. What? Okay. Somehow that dude is essential. He not a ruffian? Pretty sure this fellow was a ruffian. Hello? You a ruffian? Excuse me, Mr. Ruffian, sir. No.
Oh, did you need something?
What? None of these people are ruffians? That's different. Can I literally just... Is this mod broken? It is. Fascinating. So normally you have to fight your way through this whole area, but none of the ruffians are actually here because... Blazes if I know why. Okay, so this is the player home. This boat. This ship, it's called the Scarlet. And I will pull the ship out and send it to Dawnstar so we can take a look at it outside of this cavern. So this player home, again, is called the Scarlet. Hence the massive bright red ship. Now the ship can be sailed via loading screen and parked outside of each of the major coastal cities. So you can park it at Solitude, park it at Dawnstar, you can park it at Windhelm. I think there's one more place that you can park it. Yeah, okay, so here we are at Dawnstar. And we can take this boat back to the ship. And as you can see, we are no longer in the chasm, or the cavern. We are actually outside of Dawnstar. There's Dawnstar right over there. Now, so this boat will take us to shore. But this boat, on this side, activate river travel. So this will take us to all of these river-based places, even though it makes no sense for us to be able to row a boat from here to Riften up all of the waterfalls. Or to Iverstead. But that is what it is. Now, let's take a look at what this ship provides here. So, I have a secondary mod that restores this one, but normally the whole ship is stripped bare and kind of taken apart. So there's no furniture, there's no anything, and in order to fix it, one has to use this configuration thing here. But we do not. So the cool thing about this is that dungeon that we crawled through will end up being restored into a black market smuggler's den. And as you own it, you are going to start earning profits in these chests that will accumulate over time. So you kind of own the whole port. Additionally, these steps are not optimized for human travel. So here is the armory on this lower level here. But above is... Move, Ari. Thank you. Above, more unoptimized stairs. This is the living quarters. Very simple. Bed, nothing special.
Shall we stay a while?
We got amulet display, staves, shields, armors, crossbows, etc., all the way across the wall. This wall, down here. Some safes for some extra storage. Mannequin, bookshelf. But there's also this area here that requires a key. Key is usually hanging right here, but sometimes it can be missing. If it is, just check the floor. You just grab that key and unlock that door, and then you never need that key again. So I don't know why they keyed that, but whatever. Got full claw and paragon displays here. Priest masks. Elder scrolls. Daedric weaponry. No black book display. Oh wait, no, there's the black book display. It's over here. More Daedric
I am in your way.
stuff. Right? and named weapon displays in here. Just a whole bunch of them. Wuthrad, Chilren, Zephyr, Harkin Sword, Ariel's Bow, Dragonbone, Staff of Magnus, Okin, all this stuff. All this stuff. There is no display for Ariel's shield, which bothers me. Ariel's shield should have a place in here, but it's not. And it doesn't have all the smaller, like the Initiate's Ewer, and all the smaller display pieces are also not present. But it is really novel to be able to generate that income from the businesses. And whatnot. Let's check those chests and just see. Huh. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, so all of that. You got a little bit of a library in here. There's Spell Tome of Teleport to the Scarlet.
Bosma who break the Green Pact are called apostates. In Valor,
Keys.
they're treated similarly to how the Thalmor treat Talos.
There's 2 of the unique displays there. Bookshelves. You can travel the ship from down here. More bookshelves. So yeah, it's a good house. It just doesn't have all of the amenities and the storage and the collectibles and stuff that I usually like. Down here we've got a crafting area, planting area, spider scroll or spider forging thing, and then in there is just crew quarters and stuff. So yeah, so this is the Scarlet. It's a good house mod for people that don't need too much, that like a unique form of utility. It also has somewhere full, there it is, standing stones, and then somewhere else it also has full, right there, it has full shrines, which is really nice. Also, Tome of Stendarr's Aura, which, oh, this is made by the same dude that did the Dragon Skull Keep, I think. Because if you notice, this is the exact same setup, with Stendarr's Aura sitting on top of the Talos Mistake, right next to the Shrine of Julianos on a bookshelf that has all of the... Yeah, a lot of these mod authors that make a lot of housing mods and stuff, they'll just reuse the same assets as they make it. So it's less unique, but it's still kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, so this is the Scarlet, and we are going to head in a that-wordly direction as we investigate the last player home on the early game options. Now, this one we are probably not going to finish covering today. We'll probably pick it back up in the next episode, because there's a lot here. There's a lot here. There's so much here that I don't even understand it. So we're going to try to. This is a Dwemer-themed underwater house. It has something to do with, from my understanding, has something to do with Hermaeus Mora versus Dwemer. I don't understand really how that works, but it has something to do with something like that. That probably doesn't go anywhere. The way in is this way. Okay. So here we are at the bottom. I like the assets that it uses. Very long walk from that point to this point. I like kind of the mystique of the floating water. Okay, now we enter the main chamber. So, once the player kind of navigates through this randomly very long hallway, we enter the first part of the house, and this is a really cool place. These aren't actual fish; they're like holographic fish. So you get the real serious impression that this is a highly advanced, some kind of a very advanced Dwemer facility. And in here, we have some books, a key, some potions. I will want that at some point. And then we have directions. Now you can go up, you can go down. Let's see what's down first. I have not explored this place fully. I've only partly explored this place. So we do not have the key to that yet. So that means that it's probably elsewhere. Okay, let's go down instead of up. To go down, one has to come around here. Now you're going to want to make sure that you're sitting on this before you hit the button, because it will immediately start going and it's slightly out of reach. Go ahead and see. Can summon Ari. Let's do that. Okay, so at least we'll have some company down here. Because there's a lot of junk going on down here. There is so much junk going on down here. And it's way down. It's like we're about halfway to the bottom. Just kind of sit here and wait. This elevator is a little bit janky. You were noticing, like, I was kind of off over here on the side, and it just started kind of going down without me, and then I moved, and I fell. So it's not the most perfect system. But it is what it is. And here we are at the bottom. Notice how the gears are moving the wrong direction. But anyway. So we open this up and are brought into this chamber wherein there are bad guys, but I don't remember where the bad guys are, so I can't really stealth shoot them. It is a very dark place. You can see. Leave all the Dwemer junk for the off chance that I end up deciding that I need it. I'll probably do most of my looting later. For now, okay. Ari's bow has electric stuff to it. That's nice. Right, looting later. Come back in here with Inigo when we have more room, so we need a key to get in there. Don't think we need a key to go in either of these directions. Loot later. Already said that. So I'll just go this way. Loot later, just gonna solve the puzzles and try and acquire as many keys and lights as I can. Oh, that dude is not polite. Up. Okay. Let's check our archery here. See if we can not do anything with that. That's cool. Jump into here. He's not shooting at Ari, he's only shooting at me. It's really interesting. So the combat in this isn't the most ideal. I wonder if you can interact with this thing. I kind of feel like you can, but I can't tell. Leaving all of the things. Right. Leaving all of the things. I'm just gonna check and see. Does not have key. Sure that there is no key. Dragon bone arrow. Oh, heck yeah. So there doesn't look like there's any kind of a key in here. Okay. Oh, that sucked. Ooh, well done. Okay. So, two directions. That one requires a key. That one does not. So we're going to go into the cathedral. See what's in the cathedral. Pretty straightforward. This is solid, so you can't go down. So it's just random orb floaty thing of water. Or if I can... Oh, there's fish in there. Wait, there's red in there too. I wonder... Oh, I can. Go straight up to the top of it. There's like a special core or something in the middle of this thing. It's just salmon. Looks like it's just salmon. It's really dark in here. Also, the lighting thinks that I'm still underwater. That's kind of trippy. Alright, so we're gonna go up here. Dude, somewhere in there he is. Is that him? No. There he is. Oh, come on. There we go. Ari. Ari. I really hate crossbows. Anyway, okay, so we've killed this dude. And now we get a key, and we'll take these bolts. And so now that we have this key, that I think is all that there is here. Like, I think that this entire thing just leads to, yay, we have a key now. So, yeah. Yay for having a key. And then, now that we have the key, go in here. There's a lever right there. He has a better line of sight because of that dang gear. He's got me. Come on, peek the corner. Peek the corner, man. Oh, that was nice and lovely. Peek the corner, hide. Peek the corner, shot. Got him. Okay. Okay. So, in this room, there's some options. I'm just gonna shoot this, and I'm gonna run. We're gonna let the dudes take care of them, because there's many dudes that'll come out and fight it. I think. At least they did last time. There they are. Also, that dude is scary. Not really. Just why do work when you don't have to do work? Okay, now everything's dead. So, there's this button pedestal that I don't know what it does. Really doesn't seem to do anything. I thought it might have something to do with this, or being able to move through this and go that way. Because I think you can, but I couldn't find a way of doing that. However, this dude, no, not this dude. Some dude, one of these dudes, has a key on it. No? No? Where the blazes is the key? There was a key somewhere that I found here, the location, but I don't know what it is. I'll take that. Oh my gosh, I'll take that. Oh, I'll lose a lot of damage, but I want a bow. There we go. Okay, anyway. So, where the blazes this key? This is the center button. Okay, so see, that did something. Oh, right. Did this. Yeah, but see, this just leads in here, but there's no nothing. There's no button, there's no call, there's no anything over here. Like, there's absolutely nothing. And you look down, it goes into oblivion. And then you look up and it also goes into oblivion. So I don't know why this exists, or what the relevancy of this is. But I also know that there's a key I haven't found. Maybe it's in one of these dudes that I just missed it. Not there. Not there. 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 Or there. None of these dudes has the key. Look on this table. Take. Up there. Not here. That's not on any of the 4 tables. Idea what these buttons do. In another place, they'd mess with the lighting, but I don't see any wonky kind. Whoa! That was quick death. I didn't think death would be that quick. What? All right, well, that concludes that. All right, so in this episode, we have investigated 2 of our future housing mods, one of which is broken, but it's really cool in design, but it just doesn't. There's no real way to get through, and it's missing a whole bunch of pieces. There's a lot of bugs to it that prevent us from being able to access all of its features. Perhaps I will give it a more thorough shot at some point farther down in our playthrough. We also looked at the Scarlet, which is a pretty cool player home, but doesn't have quite all the amenities that I was hoping that it would. So it looks like we will be using the Snow Elf Palace for our future and upcoming, well, for the time being. And we'll go ahead and call it here. I don't know why we're all the way back at this point, but considering that all we did was go and do the Scarlet, which we don't need because we'll just use the Snow Elf Palace, and how we did the Weird Dwemer one, but we're also not going to be using that. I guess no real harm is done. So, in the next episode, we will begin getting the character set up for the build that I want to try and use. We'll be doing some hard leveling of illusion and alteration, and might get to doing a dungeon or 2, but probably not. Probably in the next episode we'll just focus on power leveling 2 of our magic skills. But that'll be all for this time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch you later.